bad people, Coach.
Well, I think that was an example of a basketball team that just hung in there, talking about us, and just kept fighting and battling and competing. I think that's what you saw, and then I didn't think the first half offensively, people that don't know, and there's a lot of people that don't know, you understand? A lot of people that don't know what they're looking at. And they say, 19 points, golly, they playing bad. Not really. We missed 4, 5 in the paint. We missed 4 or 5 wide open three-pointers. So the quality of the shot is fine. Whether it goes in or not, that's not what I judge good offense on, is whether the ball goes in or not. You can take bad shots and score points because they happen to go in, but that's not the way to build an offense. So I thought offensively, we got good enough shots to at least have the game tied at the half, or maybe even be up 1 or 2. So my biggest issue was us not to let that affect our performance on the defensive end, and we kept fighting defensively a little bit, and then we had some shots fall, and then we made a couple of big plays. Offensive rebound was huge that Charles got, and then we on the low 1 inbounds play, we'd scored. Sean had hit a 3 off of it, and then, but what we'd talked about was in the zone that we can slip that back screen and look for the slip. And Charles Waters slipped the screen. He was wide open on the backside on that inbounds play, and it's something we talked about. And then we just kept playing, made baskets. I think Devin thought we were ahead 1 when he just held the ball and stood there for about 3 or 4 or 5 seconds. I don't know what he was doing. And so we didn't attack the goals we should did at the end. But we, in the overtime, Sean started us off really well in the overtime. Anthony made a couple of baskets. We had a couple of good stops. And we just found a way to win. But I think the biggest thing that I saw with our team tonight was the ability of how it competed and kept playing. When offensively we missed some baskets that we started making the second half. So our key now is, you look at the minutes, we got 43, 42, 35, 35. We logged some minutes tonight. So our players have to get some rest tonight. Tomorrow we have to go we'll walk through, we'll watch tape, walk through on the floor. Probably won't do anything from a physical standpoint, and make sure we're as rested as we can possibly be for the game Saturday.
What's kind of the status of Dante at this point?
I don't know. I mean, he said he feels better. He's going to try to run a little bit tomorrow. He hadn't ran at all. He's going to try to do a little jogging tomorrow. But they did shoot it with whatever they shoot it with, when we got back. We wouldn't have had as much trouble against the press. We had 21 turnovers. That's a season high by far. And that kept them in the game a little bit. But, with him out there, we wouldn't have had as many problems with the ball. But, but we overcame it, which speaks well of our team. But, I don't know. He probably won't play Saturday. And then we'll hopefully have him back for next Thursday and Saturday here at home. And that was a big win for us at the time we needed to do it. Georgia State's a good team. They got 2 high major transfers. Hollowell from Indiana, and then Ware from Louisville, and good players. And we kept playing defensively. So we've got to get our rest and hopefully have enough energy in us to come back Saturday and play it again.
Held them to 7 field goals in the second half. Did you feel like your defense had kind of improved quite a bit after halftime, or
well,
maybe that was
they shot 32% the first half, 33.
Yeah,
that's pretty good. So I thought defensively we were good throughout. We got we may have made them miss a little bit more the second half. Then we fouled a little bit. They went to the line 21 times the second half, but defensively in terms of challenging the first shot, we were good. They got some offensive rebounds on us. They got 17 offensive rebounds, which kept them in the game. If we can cut down on offensive rebounds by the opponent and just rebounded a little bit better. Even though we lost the rebound battle by 1, we gave up too many offensive rebounds. There were times, a couple of possessions, where we would guard them to 2 seconds or 3 seconds. They'd shoot it and miss it, and they'd get the rebound. We'd guard them again until it went down to 2 or 3 seconds. So we were good in our first thrust and challenging the first shot. Sometimes we didn't finish the possession by rebounding it, and we need to do a better job at that. But our team kept fighting. You know, we turned over 21, but we also forced them into 19. So it was almost a trade-off a little bit, so to speak. But we made our free throws down the stretch and made timely baskets and had some really good hustle plays. So I was proud of our team for what it was able to do, and I just hope we can come back Saturday with enough energy to play with, again, that kind of effort that we showed tonight.
You have 35 minutes out of Duray. I'm assuming that he was playing with pain tonight?
Oh, yeah. He's not full speed. Yeah, he's hurt up and down his side. He had an extra pad that we had to tell the official about in his side. So he's not 100%. It affects him on his shot a little bit. You know, when he lifts up his arm, it bothers him a little bit. And that's why, you know, I asked him why he shot that last 3 early in the shot clock. You know, it's common sense. If a guy hadn't made a 3 all night, why would you shoot one after 1 pass? If he made 2 or 3, you know, let's give you a little leeway. But if you hadn't made one, don't shoot it. Just try to pass to number 50. You know, I like throwing in there number 50.
Would you say Sean handled point guard position tonight for you guys?
He was good in the half court. The full court, he made a couple of poor decisions. You know, bringing it up, tried to do too much with it at times. You know, Fred was our backup point, and he had 5 turnovers. So our 2 point guards tonight had 12 turnovers. But that's the nature of where we are. I mean, Sean was fine. He wasn't great. That's why I think the flow of our team, from a press offense standpoint, would have been much better, you know, had Dante been out there. But, you know, you play with what you got, and you coach him along, and you know, he does the best he can.
How much more magnified was that though, Coach? You don't have your point guard. You got 2 guys who aren't accustomed